Alright, before I start this video, I just want to let everybody know that I'm going to be talking about some heavy stuff from Across the Spider-Verse. So if you haven't watched the movie, click off, come back when you have, because I don't want to ruin it all for you guys. Last warning, heavy spoilers moving forward. Well, not really, but the title itself kind of explains what I'm going to be talking about in today's video. So by now, you guys probably watched the new Miles Morales Spider-Man movie. You know that there's a new one coming out. Across the Spider-Verse ended on a very heavy cliffhanger. And props to the creators because they didn't just put a coming soon screen and that's it. Well, they did. But they literally told us that a new movie called Beyond the Spider-Verse would be coming out in March of 2024, which isn't so bad. Most movies that end off like this take years to come out with another one. Like, not gonna lie, they got us in the first half of the ending. It just ends with Miles being the Prowler in this alternate timeline, and then the coming soon screening comes up and everybody's just like, seriously? But then it said Beyond the Spider-Verse will return in March 2024, and it gave us all a sense of relief, because not gonna lie, we were a bit butthurt Across the Spider-Verse ended it the way it did. So now after watching the movie, we were all content and excited for the new one that's coming out next year. A big sense of relief, because a lot of people were already getting butthurt looking at that coming soon screen. Most of the time movies like this take 4 years to make, and it seems like this time it's just going to be 9 months. But that's just what they told us during the end credits. Now what if I told you guys that Beyond the Spider-Verse will be delayed, and we all have to wait a bit longer for it to come out? Because news just came out that Haley Steinfeld, the voice actor for Gwen in the movie, hasn't even recorded any voice lines for the new Spider-Verse movie yet. So this is really getting people wondering if the movie is even going to come out on March 29th in 2024. Because if she said that she hasn't even recorded voice lines for her character yet and the movie's coming out in less than a year, it means they're still in the production phase. They're probably not even done animating it or anything, because the voice acting and the animation kind of goes hand to hand during the production phase. And now this just means that the team has a lot of work to do, and I don't think 9 months is going to be enough time. That just means a delay is inevitable sometime around 2024. Obviously they're not going to tell us now because I mean they don't want us to get upset, but like other movie delays, they will share the bad news last minute, like probably around February, and then people would be fine with waiting a little bit longer and then release a little statement saying that they need more time, we're sorry. But honestly, I'm not complaining, because 9 months, it just seems like they're rushing the last movie. And if you didn't know, this is the last Miles Morales movie. This is gonna be big. The hype is gonna be crazy, so I don't mind. Just take your time. Concluding Miles Morales' story, it needs to be good and not rushed. And I still don't think that this release window they gave us at the end of Across the Spider-Verse is gonna work. No way they're gonna be able to push out a movie this good in less than 10 months. I still stand by the theory that Beyond the Spider-Verse was actually supposed to be in Across the Spider-Verse, but they didn't have enough time, so they just split both movies into two rather than it just being one. So technically we weren't supposed to get a third movie, but we're getting it now because the team needs more time to conclude Miles' story. And this is even more apparent because during a recent interview with Christopher Miller, the creator of Into the Spider-Verse, he said that Beyond the Spider-Verse will be Miles Morales' last movie because they're tired and this is it, and that this is for us, the team, which means these movies are pretty hard to make. These guys are stressing and they want to retire already. They're done, which makes sense. I mean, have you seen the art style in these movies? They are insane. The craziest animation I've ever seen in my life. Even today, people are like breaking down and depicting Into the Spider-Verse and explaining the whole animation process that the team uses and saying how clever it is, because no animated movie has been able to do what the Spider-Verse movies do. There's truly a lot of love that goes into these movies, and if the team's tired and they want to end Miles' story, then so be it. I completely understand. But it takes them about 4 years to produce a Spider-Verse movie like the last two, and the only reason Beyond the Spider-Verse is coming out in less than a year is because that movie was probably supposed to be featured in Across the Spider-Verse, but they didn't have the time to end off the story, so they're doing it in this new movie. They needed to work more on it, and also I would be more happy with 2 movies instead of just Across the Spider-Verse being like 4 hours long, because it was 2.5, and I'm pretty sure that was enough. So this was a very good idea from the creators. Let's go out with a bang with the last movie, guys. Like I said, it's definitely going to take them longer, especially if the voice actors aren't finished doing their lines. I don't think 9 months is enough. But then again, they've done 2 movies already. They got the whole process down. They don't have to start from scratch, so that their movie's going to be a breeze and come out really fast. They're just going to want to make it all better, you know, improving the animation, crossovers, adding extra characters. Maybe we'll see Tom, Toby, and Andrew, since in the end Gwen is forming her own team, mainly composed of people that Miguel has rejected and people who are willing to help out Miles. I'm super excited for this third film, man. I really hope they end it off awesome too. If they kill off Miles, I'm not gonna be happy. I don't know, that's just not gonna sit right with me. But yeah, does this news and everything I just said mean that the new movie's gonna get delayed, even though we have an official release date of March 29th, 2024? I think, yeah, they're gonna delay it if the voice actors haven't even done the voicing for the characters, but not an insane amount of time they need extra. Probably just a few months. Maybe they'll come out with it on June, because March seems a little bit ambitious. I don't think that's gonna happen. It's sad news, but I just want to talk about it because everyone's talking about this new movie movie right now because it was that good. And what the voice actor for Gwen said during this interview, by the way, I hope she doesn't get in trouble for saying that, but that's getting everyone thinking like, oh man, it's not gonna come out in March, bro. No way. And with all the points I mentioned, it all points towards a later release date. Sorry guys. There's just no way 9 months is enough. Unless the team somehow already has the movie ready. It's all animated and ready to go because like I said, it was supposed to be in Across the Spider-Verse, but they're just splitting the movie in two. And now the last thing they have to do is just ads and the final sequence for the movie and just voice the characters. That's it. But overall, what do you guys think about this news? You think it's still gonna come out in March or is just gonna be delayed? And also let me know what you guys think about this new film. Do you think Beyond the Spider-Verse is gonna top how well Across the Spider-Verse did? Because this movie was damn near perfect. I loved it. Now I just can't wait for the game. The only complaint I have with the movie is how tall Spectacular Spider-Man was. He was so tiny. For what reason? This man looks so small. I think they should have just made him the same size as everyone else. But besides that, love the new characters. The casting was perfect. The soundtrack, that was everyone's biggest concern, and it all played out well. I expect them to expand more on this alternate dimension where Miles becomes Prowler in the next movie rather than Spider-Man, and they come out with these new sneakers because personally I think they look far better than what we got for this movie. Can't wait for those to come out when Across the Spider-Verse drops in March or later. But seriously, in the end, I want them to take their time. I don't want this last movie to be a flop. Right now, the creators of the Spider-Verse movies have a good track record, and I don't want them to ruin that for their last movie. Because if Beyond the Spider-Verse is bad, it's gonna be the biggest fumble in history. They're gonna ruin everything they work towards in this story. All because they wanted to end it off early and fast. But yeah, can't wait for the new film. That's about it. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Stay blue.